everyone from Chelsea Fan TV, my name is Alex. Before you watch the fan cams, shout out to the sponsor Foco. It's a little bit dark. I don't have the Hawaiian shirt on, apologies for that. But you've seen some of what they can offer. There is much, much more. Click the link down below, use the code cfctvyt to get a 15% discount off of all things Foco. Even if it's not Chelsea, you might be a Servette fan watching this, or I don't know who you support. I'm guessing you're a Chelsea fan. You can scan the QR code as well. There might be something for you. Anything Chelsea, anything football, lots of different merch. Check it out, guys. Hello, everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. My name is Alex. I'm outside Stamford Bridge after a 2-0 win against Servette in the Conference League Qualifiers. Really interesting speaking to some of the fans outside the stadium today. Some very, very different opinions to what I hold myself, so I'm going to break down what I think. So let's get straight into it. The first half was rubbish. I don't know why anyone says anything different. But why you as fans, and I'm talking to the fans in the stadium, think it's acceptable to boo the players at halftime in the second game of the season is beyond me. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I wasn't in MHL today. I wasn't in the Matthew Harding lower. I was in the East Stand. I could hear it. Maresca could hear it. The players can hear it. Everyone can hear it. What good does anyone get out of you booing the team at halftime? Like, what is the point? Does it make your day better? Does it make the players play better? Does it make Maresca coach better? Does it make the scouts make better decisions when it comes to signing players? In case you haven't already noticed, the answer is no. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't see why people are doing it. I shouldn't even have to talk about this. I think it's pathetic, to be honest with you. I don't care if you spent your money. Guess what? I spent my money. I'm going to Switzerland. Me and Matt are driving up in a van, and I'm sleeping in the van to follow Chelsea. That's commitment. Not that you aren't. I mean, there's a lot of people that are travelling to watch the game. I don't want to disrespect you, but I'm just saying, you don't need to boo them. You do not need to boo these guys. You boo the players in December when you have performances like Everton away last season, Middlesbrough away last season. That's when you boo. When they're not putting in the effort, and it's a fucking disgrace. That's when you boo. I can accept that it happens at times. I personally don't boo players, but I can accept that sometimes as fans, you need to let the players know and the manager know what you feel. What the fuck are we doing, people? I mean, it's just ridiculous. But let's move on. I think that Jorgensen is 100% the starting goalkeeper for Chelsea, and I don't understand why Maresca would think any differently with Robert Sanchez. He was the reason we conceded the second goal against City, although he did make some good saves. Jorgensen was good today, right? Like Charlie said in his fan cam, go and check that out. I didn't think about the goalkeeper today. I wasn't stressed out. And that's what you want from a keeper. You want stability. And that should breed into the defence. There you go. We got a clean sheet. Maybe that has something to do with it. I mean, Servette did hit the post in the second half. They had a few really clear chances, and they should have scored. But they didn't. I think Tosin was fantastic. For me, he's a contender to start in the team. I don't think he will on Sunday. I prefer him to some of the other players we have playing. I think that Tosin could probably play ahead of Fofana. But we need to see a little bit more. I understand that these things don't take weeks, sometimes they take months. But I think there's really positive things to take from Tosin. I wouldn't say the same thing about Disgrace or Badiashile. I mean, I lost faith in Badiashile after the Real Madrid game in pre-season. If you haven't already seen the goal we conceded, please go and check it out. Then you'll understand where I'm coming from. I just don't think Disgrace has enough pace either for this squad. No disrespect to him. I think he would have done well under Pochettino in that system, just like Conor Gallagher, but not really suited to this style of play. I like that we're trying to invert again with Vega. The midfield do need a bit of support. I did think to myself, hang on a second, Caicedo's on his own. You got Dewsbury Hall and, oh God, who else was playing in the 10? Callum? Who else was playing in the 10? Someone was playing in the 10 with, who was it? Huh? No, Enzo came on in the second half. Somebody else, I can't remember off the top of my head, I don't know that, but Dewsbury Hall and someone else started in the 10, and then we had Guillou as well, who I think is a really positive player. Maybe a loan is the best thing for him. I'm not sure, but again, it could be a similar situation to Mudryk, where if you're playing him in the Conference League, as fans we can justify it, because you have to rotate players anyway. I mean, you're not going to play your starting players every single week on a Thursday, Saturday, Thursday, Sunday. There needs to be some sort of rotation. Guillou could be that. I mean, if we don't have a striker at the moment with Osimhen, and we can talk all we want about how we need a new striker, we don't have it right now, then you've got Jackson and Guillou. And Kunku as a 10, I prefer him in that position. Obviously, Palmer come on as a false 9. Not a fan of that, but again, what do you do? There's only so many options you have. I mean, for whatever reason, Maresca didn't want to bring on Jackson. Mudryk, yeah. He tried, didn't he? He did try. You can't criticise the effort, but I mean, I've been defending this guy for 2 years now, right? And I just see a complete lack of quality. I mean, if you're going to play him in the Conference League, that's fair enough. He doesn't start in the Premier League for me. He just doesn't. For me, you play Neto on the left, Madueke on the right, maybe Palmer. Try and put Nkunku in the 10. I'd love to see Chukwuemeka as well, but it looks like he's been frozen out of the squad, which is really, really upsetting. I hope that is really a technical decision, and Maresca does see him in his plans later down the line and believes that a loan will be the catalyst for Chukwuemeka to get more game time. I think it's a valid point that he made, right? If you haven't seen what Maresca said, he said that Chukwuemeka needs to go somewhere and could play 30, 35 games in a row. Can he do that at Chelsea? Maresca isn't sure. That's a valid point. Enzo Fernandez as well, I think he made a fantastic impact when he came on. But again, he's not playing in the 6 role where I like him and a lot of fans do. He's playing further up the pitch. You can get away with that against Servette. Can you get away with that in the Premier League? That's the question I have for you guys. Can we play Enzo in that position? Can we get away with that? I don't know. I personally would rather see him in the 6, but then that means dropping Lavia. And I honestly think Lavia's better in that position at this moment in time. And I think that Caicedo complements Lavia, because Lavia can do all the technical, extravagant things and the dirty work defensively. And then you've got Caicedo who can push up a little bit more, still get stuck in. And I just think it works. But big fan of Enzo Fernandez. There's certainly a place in the squad. We're not short of options, are we? Which leads me to my next point. Dewsbury Hall, a player that needs time. We can talk all we want about the fact that we signed him for Leicester. Maybe we even overpaid. I mean, 30 million for a Championship player is quite a lot of money. But he knows the system. He doesn't know Chelsea. And a lot of these players don't. So I think that he needs a chance to settle into this squad. We've given lots of players chances. We've given Mudryk chances. We've given Madueke chances. Jackson. Why don't we give Dewsbury Hall exactly the same amount of patience as these other players? And then if he can't cut it, that's fair enough, right? Every player deserves a chance to prove themselves, and that's how I see it. But yeah, overall, I think in terms of the performance, very, very mediocre, very poor in the first half. We picked it up in the second half, didn't we? I mean, the actual football itself wasn't great, but we just had a lot more moments and we created a little bit more as well, which obviously lifted the stadium. Big hats off to the Servette fans. I thought you were fantastic. Don't know how half of you had your shirts off. I mean, you must have been freezing. But fair play to you. Now, before I round out the fan cam, there is someone who wants to speak to us. Come on, mate. How we do? Yusuf, right?
Yeah, Yusuf, yes.
Pleasure, mate. I mean, what did you want to say?
I just wanted to say it's a pleasure being on here. Today, Chelsea 2, Servette 0. I'll be honest, first half, wasn't impressed. I think, I'm going to be honest, we were too scared. Like, we were getting to the box, and we were trying to shoot, but just nothing happened. Yeah, Servette were just blocking us.
I thought Servette played well, actually.
Yeah, honestly,
I didn't even say that. Yeah, I thought they actually played well.
I'm just going to give them a shout out right now. Their players and their fans, well done. Honestly, their fans, our away fans last season, I'd say saved us a lot of games. But Servette fans, even though they were 2-0 down and they were losing and they were looking like they were going to lose the game, and they did, but They kept the faith in their team, and they are true fans to that club, honestly. True fans. What else I want to say is, I just want to give a shout out to Tosin. I've been rating him ever since we signed him, honestly. I feel like he had a few shaky moments, but I feel like he should be one of our starting centre-backs. It should be him and between Levi Colwill and Wesley Fofana for me. It's just an issue because with Levi Colwill in that Man City game, I have a feeling that he's young. Obviously, Wesley Fofana's young as well, but they just need more experience, and I feel like they'll get better with that experience and playing more games. But I wanted to give that special shout out to Tosin because I think he's a very good centre-back, and obviously coming for free from Fulham, I think it was a very good signing.